Hey guys, this is going to be fun again. You saw the title, Joni Mitchell, and this is a special This is a donation request. Carolina's Beauty, you've seen her name in the comments, and she's been a wonderful addition and contributor to the channel over the past maybe year or so. She requested that I do Joni Mitchell's song, A Case of You. And I don't know the song. I don't know a lot of Joni songs. I know some, the big hits that were on the radio. But Carolina's Beauty said something kind of funny and a little worrisome for me, but we'll see where it goes. Carolina's Beauty said she was worried that she'd be run out of town by the mob for this request. But she said it's more folk than anything. And I listened to about 5 seconds of it just to make sure it fit with the theme. Even with donation requests, they have to fit the theme of the channel. So it doesn't always have to be purely traditional country. Sometimes it's bluegrass. It can be folk. I've done folk, of course, as you know. So anyway, we're going to see what this is about. A Case of You. Here we go. Thank you, Carolina's Beauty, by the way. Interesting.
Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as a northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of a cartoon coaster, in a blue TV screen light, I drew a map of Canada. Oh, Canada.
Is she Canadian?
With your face sketched on it twice. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. It tastes so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. Oh, I would still be on my feet.
She had a really pretty voice. I never realized that since I was a kid.
I am a lonely painter. I live in a box of paints. I'm frightened by the devil, and I'm drawn to those ones that ain't afraid. I remember that time you told me, you said, love is touching souls. Surely you touch mine, 'cause part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time.
The title itself, A Case of You, it's sort of like, how would you even explain that? Like, lawyers have cases or when they're going to court, I got to handle this case or whatever. But this is a case, like a case of beer. It's like that. And the reference is like pouring out. Some of you comes pouring out of me. She would drink or drink a case of you in the beginning. Fascinating. I don't know where this is going to go. There's one line in there, though, where she said something like she's drawn to people who aren't afraid. And it's like, but I mean, that's kind of fun. I mean, I like hanging out with so-called extremists or people but I have this conservative hold back side. I don't want to get in trouble. That's sort of like one of my things too. Certainly not with the law, but I don't want to upset people. And some other folks don't have that gear or that pullback where they could wind it back. And so we're going to see what this guy is about in this song. But is he one of those that just doesn't have any fear and in a sense isn't afraid of leaving her? I don't know.
Oh, you're in my blood like of you, darling. Still I'd be on my feet. I would still be on my feet.
You drink a case of beer, you're passed out, drunk. Here, she'd still be on her feet. If she drank a case of him.
I met a woman. She had a mouth like yours. She knew your life. She knew your devils and your deeds. And she said, go to him. Stay with him if you can. But be prepared to bleed. Oh, but you are in my blood. You're my holy wine. You're so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling. Still I'd be on my feet. I would still be on my feet.
Oh, it's over. Man, that's riveting. It's very different listening to songs with headphones on and you just take time out, not merely to listen, but to comment, to interpret, to understand, to see where it's going. You know, this song, I mean, the reference is, okay, a case of you, and it was like a case of wine, kind of like the analogy, like bitter and sweet. And wine can certainly be that, but she made reference to pour out, like he would be pouring out of her. This woman that she met advised her, go back to him, but be prepared to bleed. I mean, all these liquid references in here. But I like that one line, like I mentioned it, that it's how it struck me, where she said, if I drank a case of you, I'd still be on my feet. As opposed to a case of wine where you're just passed out, probably throwing up or, and then hung over. But here, it would strengthen her, make her be alive and upright. I never really got into Joni Mitchell's songs. I mean, Big Yellow Taxi, everybody knows that one. And who covered that? I think it was Martina covered that one. Somebody of that ilk covered that. No. Oh, God, I'll think of it. Well, Martina might have, but she really had a pretty voice, Joni Mitchell. And growing up, I didn't pay any attention to it because, I guess this was 60s era and then into the 70s, and I was listening to kid music at the time, nothing like this. And the lyrics certainly wouldn't have meant anything to me at the time. But man, it is fun when you get older. And the genre of traditional country, this isn't traditional country per se, but it's sort of got that heart and feel lyrically to it. And it doesn't offend the sensitivities and, musically it doesn't come at you. You're really drawn into it, which is a hallmark of traditional country music, where it pulls you in rather than blow you back. If anything, in traditional country music, it's like too little, not too much. And that allows you to come forward instead of be back, like, all right, I get it. You don't have to repeat it a million times loudly with the same instrumentation and lyrics. This is just beautiful. Carolina's Beauty, what do I rate this song? This is so unique. The number that popped into my head was an 8.8. One of the most unique songs I think I've heard. And I don't know Joni's music, so I don't know. I'm guessing she's got a lot of sort of like ballads sort of like this. Kind of that era sort of in rock or quote unquote, well, among pop musicians or musicians who were popular. This wasn't pop music, but they at that time seemed to have quite a number of ballads like folk-like. So I'm going to leave it at that. 8.8. That's a hell of a song. Very different. And thank you again, Carolina's Beauty. A few folks made donation requests at about the same time. and like out of nowhere. And I'm thankful for that. I'm very humbled and grateful, and I'm willing to do it. And there you go. All right, guys, leave your comments. You can thank Carolina's Beauty for that, and that's it. Happy Thanksgiving, too. This will post on Thanksgiving. There you go. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.